Right Honourable Speaker, under the law, states not only have to refrain from intentional and unlawful deprivation of life, but must also take appropriate steps to safeguard the lives of those within their jurisdiction. In respect of the right to life, Uganda as a party is duty-bound to respect and ensure protection of individual rights. It is imperative, Right Honourable Speaker, to note that it is an obligation of states to establish effective facilities and procedures to investigate killings and cases of missing or disappeared persons in circumstances that may involve violation of the right to life. Right Honourable Speaker, I'm going to lay a series of attachments after my presentation, and one of them is a reference to Article 2 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, to which Uganda is a party and therefore bound. Right Honourable Speaker and colleagues, the responsibility of the state to proceed with an effective investigation is engaged, even when there is no evidence that agents of the state have been implicated in the killing or disappearance, and even if members of the victim's family or others have not lodged a formal complaint about the killing with the authorities. This is a duty. This duty is more stringent when the disappeared person was thus held in state custody. In such circumstances, it is incumbent upon the state to provide a plausible explanation as to the detainee's fate, as well as to ensure that some form of independent monitoring was undertaken. During the time we have been away, Right Honourable Speaker, from plenary, we have managed to reach out to families of the missing persons. Their revelations are quite touching and detail very well the state offices that they have approached and how they reacted to their approach. Right Honourable Speaker, I'm going to lay video evidence of this for your consideration, and will become house property should there be need to make a reference. I'm going to lay them. In light, I will highlight some of...
You lay the video evidence after I've looked at it personally as the presiding officer.
Much obliged,
in
Right
my
Honourable
office.
Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker.
Then you will bring it.
That's why I've not made a prayer to play it.
Okay.
But I'll make it available as house property.
Okay.
For your consideration. I will highlight some of the cases that clearly indicate glaring contradictions in the statement presented by the Minister vis-à-vis statements obtained from the police, witnesses, and other state departments. I'll make a few highlights, not the entire 18. Let me sample for the House to make a judgment. Case 1 is that of Damulira John. Right Honourable Speaker and colleagues, the Minister has presented a report indicating that Damulira John is not among the people in government custody. Contrary to what the Minister stated in his report, Damulira's disappearance was reported to police and an SD reference was obtained to that effect. I have indicated this, Right Honourable Speaker. Contrary to what the Minister stated, Damulira's data is well captured with the NIRA under that number. He had a national ID and voter location slip. Right Honourable Speaker, we should also note that at this stage, that the case of Damulira John, just like many other cases of enforced disappearances, was reported to police, and the police was on record admitting his arrest and detention. On 22nd November 2020, Mr. Patrick Onyango, the spokesperson of Kampala Metropolitan Police, confirmed Mr. Damulira's arrest and several others on allegations of participating in protests around the Kampala metropolitan area, but denied torturing the suspects. And I quote him, "It is true, Damulira John is one of the people we arrested, but I cannot tell you where he and others are detained now. We did not torture any person. And as an institution, torture is prohibited as a form of interrogation. the Daily Monitor of 22nd November quote Mr. Onyango confirming detaining Mr. Damulia John. Right, Honourable Speaker. Damulia John's matter has been investigated by the Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Central Regional Office, and in a letter referenced, quoted, and dated 9th December 2020, addressed to the CMI, indicated that the Commission carried out investigation at Central Police Station in Kampala, and it was established that the victim, Damulia John, is being detained at CMI Kampala. Right, Honourable Speaker, that's correspondence between the Human Rights Commission and the Uganda Police. Right, Honourable Speaker, for your information and the information of members, the relatives of Damulia John on 11th January 2021 reported this matter to State House as well, when in turn forwarded the same to the Uganda Human Rights Commission for further management. I have attached correspondence between the police and the Uganda Human Rights Commission on the arrest of Damulia. Right, Honourable Speaker, invariably, this is a matter in dispute, and we have situated Damulia at CMI. Right, Honourable Speaker, John Bosco Kibalama. The Minister denies knowledge of the holding point of John Bosco Kibalama, which contravenes what the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Nabanja, asserted during the press interview in the corridors of Parliament. She had this to say: "But we are fortunate that Kibalama was traced